Hello Aries, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Aries, I hope you are well. And for those of you who are just coming here brand new and clicking here for the first or second time, I hope you will decide to stay. Because if you do stay, it won't necessarily be because of these readings. It'll be because of this high vibe and tribe. They are a beautiful bunch. If you are my ride or die, thank you so much for coming here and clicking here once again. I do appreciate you so much. Aries, this is your reading, whether this falls into your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Jupiter sign. If you don't know what that means, you need to explore your natal chart. So, I hope you'll stop watching tarot for just your sun sign. Aries, this is for you. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for the week ahead. The weeklies always are. Here we go. Aries, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right. Something that should have come to an end has come to an end. Even though it was painful and terrible, I feel it was a long-term relationship that we're looking at here. I feel like you're trying to protect your finances, or you had to protect your finances going through this transition. And I do see this Ten of Swords as the transition or the exit from a situation that may have been a long-term relationship. We have the Ten of Pentacles here, and we have the Seven of Wands. And for me, I feel like after a long period of being very defensive and feeling attacked and people taking action against you, I feel like you're about to have some growth. I feel like that you are growing into someone different, Aries. That's what I feel. I feel as though you're now in a growth period of personal, professional, spiritual growth. And that's what the Sun is here for, right? It's the happiest card in the deck. It is the sign that things are now going to be okay. The Sun always rises, Aries. No matter how hard and defensive it gets, the Sun does always rise. I feel like whatever ending or cycle that's ending here that has been very painful for you, it might have been filled with harsh words and someone who you trusted previously stabbing you in the back or leaving you for dead. I feel like it's a good thing that that came to an end, because you're no longer going to have to deal with the Ten of Swords, right? At least not in this situation. And I feel like when a cycle ends, you get to go from the 10 to the Ace. And that means you get clarity on why all of this happened. So please, if someone tells you to forgive and forget, that's really some bunk advice. I'm just saying, don't take that advice, Aries. You should forgive, but never forget. If you forget, it's going to repeat itself. So I feel like you come to an end of a cycle, and it's a good thing that it came to an end, because it taught you lessons, Aries. It taught you a lot of things about who were your friends, who were not your friends, who's going to come at you in the daylight. That's the scary thing. You might suspect that there are people who will come at you in the dark, but it's the people that come at you in the daylight that you really got to worry about. Those ones who are blatantly disrespecting you, stabbing you in the back, saying harsh things, mentally abusing you, those are the people you got to worry about, the ones that are coming straight at you. I feel like whatever cycle has come to an end, that you're getting the heck out of Dodge. That's what I think. I feel like with the Knight of Swords, it's really fast moving energy. I feel as though this is the end, and it is painful. It's someone who you had trusted in the past stabbed you in the back. I feel like it's a painful ending, but I also feel like you're like, okay, fine, I'm out. I'm not necessarily in the best frame of mind. I'm not necessarily, I haven't necessarily figured out my balance here, but I know I'm the heck out of there. That's for darn sure. So we do have the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like that this, I always look at whatever is behind the Seven of Wands, and behind the Seven of Wands is the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like through this process, you did have to protect your assets, or protect your money, protect your bank accounts. And going forward, I feel like although you had to deal with people coming at you at your face in the light, that it's kind of a good thing that it's over, because now you can truly move forward, right? You can move forward now that you know friend from foe. Now you can truly move forward, Aries. We have the Ten of Pentacles along with the Strength card. It took a lot for you to be able to stand between whoever was coming at you and this whether it's money or a long-term relationship. It took you a long time to see that there was some shady business going on here, things you couldn't see, things that were in the energy of the moon. We've got Pisces and Cancer here. I feel like intuitively, Aries, you knew what was going on. You could have Leo in your chart, you could have Pisces or Cancer in your chart. Of course, you don't have to. But I think it took you a long time to realize that the person who was staring at you in the daylight constantly is the person who was the one that was about to deceive you, to stab you in the back. I think it took you a long time to figure that out, Knight of Pentacles, because nobody wants to think that the person that is closest to them is in fact going to be the one that is deceiving them, lying to them, doing whatever they can behind their back, shoving in the sword, and you don't feel it until it's too late. I feel like that was the situation here, that you waited too long to leave. The situation. Once you got it, you got the heck out of Dodge, right? Knight of Swords is fast-moving energy. You made your decision and you cut those people free really quickly. I feel like the universe sends you the Strength here, right? We've got Major Arcana in the Strength card. We have two cards that are the sign of Leo, and Leo to Leo, all the world is a stage. So it seems to me that everybody was looking on while you were going through the pain. It's like you took a long time to make a decision to move forward, but everyone else saw it disintegrating or decaying around you. But you kept trying to say, no, that's not what's happening here. You didn't see it though. You didn't see the attacks. You didn't see the stuff coming at you in the dark. You know, you weren't listening to your gut. I feel like the universe sends you strength and says, look, you're going to need strength to go through this moon energy. It's going to take a while, but you're going to get it. You're going to get it. And I think you finally got it. Yeah, you closed the chapter. You closed the chapter because you know that you have to. You could have some fixed energy, or you could be dealing with someone who's fixed other than Leo, because the World card is about making the final decision. It's also about learning karma. It's also about, I learned this lesson. The karma is mine. I'm never going to do that again. I had to learn all of those karmic lessons. I feel like, Aries, that you were in a karmic connection and you thought it was forever, but it was really sent to you. The situation was sent to you so you would learn a lesson. So we have the World card, which is fixed energy, right? Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. It's like, I'm making this decision to close the door, put the board across it, nail it shut. I am not going back there. It's done. You have to muster your strength and understand what was going on in the moon energy. I think it's the sun that came along to give you the bird's eye view. I feel like with the moon card and the sun that you had a realization or an ascension or an aha moment, that you could see clearly to the end of what was going on. You took the bird's eye view and you're like, wait a second. Yeah, I think you finally got it. You didn't want to see it, and that's the truth. If you don't want to see it, you're not going to see it. There are people running around out there who think they have a twin flame, and they're actually in a really super toxic relationship that they're trying to hold on to with a label. Same with a soulmate. I feel like maybe you felt like this person was your soulmate, or someone told you they were, and you were running around out there thinking that this person was your soulmate, and they really weren't. They were there to teach you some lessons about you, some lessons about them, some lessons about the shit that can go on in the dark, and that people can come at you in the daylight and you won't even see it. Yeah, because they'll come to you with a mask that you can't see through. So I feel like you close this chapter and of the long-term relationship, and I feel like the universe blesses you with the strength to do that. Now understand, we're looking at Major Arcana here, which means this is a lot of change, right? The World card, we've got the Strength card, the Moon card, the Sun, and it's all about the changes that needed to be completed in order for you to move forward to the thing that you were the most passionate about. I feel like it took a long time for you to make the decision and realize that someone here was not genuine to you, that this person was really just in fact standing behind you because they wanted to impale you, really. And that's really kind of mortifying when you think about it, but there are lots of relationships that end that way, unfortunately, that someone else had a different idea of the purpose you served in their life, and you had a totally different idea of what you thought this was going to end up being. So the World card is here. You close that chapter of whatever was going on in the past so you can move forward and actually explore what or who you are passionate about. For some of you, it's a situation or a job or a house or traveling, or maybe it's a person, but I feel like whatever it is, it's the beginning of a new passion. And I think that you're now going to move slower towards things that look like they could be passionate. That's relationships, a job, it's all sorts of things, but this is the card of Aries. Excuse me. And I feel like you are going to move a little slower towards the things that you're passionate about, because Aries, if nothing else, you run towards the fire, right? You like taking action. You like the things that are sparkling in the distance. You'll run that way. We have Temperance in the reverse. I feel like this whole thing, as you close this old chapter on the thing you thought would last forever, that throws you off balance, that you're unwell, that you feel like you can't move forward. I feel like when Temperance comes up in the reverse, it tells me it is not the time of alchemy, and you feel it. I feel you feel it in your bones that you shouldn't move, you shouldn't make a decision. Two of Swords is the mental block. I feel like in the future there is love here, but I feel as though you are so focused on what you've lost that you're not yet focused on love. I feel like you're focused on you and trying to scramble to get your family back together. I feel like this is the degradation or a breakdown of a family, and I'm sorry if you went through that, if that is truly what you had to go through. I feel as though there is a family that was, secretly it wasn't working. I feel like you're on the search, or maybe you are the Empress. You could be the Empress. You could have leveled up to be the Empress. I feel like the love that you have here, this love could be for someone who is a High Priestess and an Empress, someone who is psychic or connected to you psychically, someone who is very well-rounded, all the energy of the Queens, the lesson of the Queens. This person is the one who is the domestic goddess. She loves to do that stuff. And I feel as though you've been lying to this person about how you feel about them, Aries. I feel like some of this is going to go off in the week ahead. And I feel like this week you're thinking about the situation and that how easy it is to slip into the moon energy and end up being comfortable there. Because a lot of us are in a situation at this very moment as you're viewing this, is you think that just because you have a 25-year marriage that it's not dark. Yeah, sometimes we just settle. Right? And I'm not saying get out of your marriage. I'm saying just make sure that you're looking at things in the sunlight. Make sure you see things for what they are. Because if you see things only from the dark, if your back is to it, you don't want to look at it, you just keep everything else in the dark except for what you're working on, sometimes it catches you by surprise. And somebody impales you and you don't see it coming. Yeah. So I think you're going to be more careful from here. I feel as though that there is some healing that needs to take place here because of this chapter that's closed. It wasn't easy, but I feel as though you are very passionate about the decisions that you may make going forward. The Two of Swords tells me you're not really making any decisions in love right now. But I really feel like there is somebody here that you have feelings for, someone who you feel would be good for the family, someone who you've been lying to about understanding who they are. I feel like you know you are psychically connected to someone. It could be an Empress, doesn't have to be, but you could be the Empress. The Empress is Taurus and Leo. Taurus and Libra, and the High Priestess is the light worker, the one who keeps the secrets. There are secrets here, and I feel like how you feel about the Empress could be one of the secrets, or if you are the Empress, that you've been keeping a secret from someone about how you feel about them. Maybe you're the one waiting in the shadows, waiting for the sunlight to come out so you can tell this person how you feel. All right, so for those of you who are going to get in the comments and tell me how you don't want the person that was in the past, blah, 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 you understand that this reading that I do here is as it is, whether you agree with it or not. And if you don't agree with it, it's not your reading. It's okay to keep moving. But what we're going to look at the end of this reading here is, for those of you who are not looking at a past person, who's coming for you next? What is coming up next for you? If it's not the past person, it's not the relationship, blah, 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 what is coming up next? Healing, manifestation, and something that you are passionate about. I feel we've got Aries energy here. We have the star as well, which is Aquarius. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius or an Aries. But regardless, I feel like if you are healing from a past situation that you're never going back to, possibly a long-term relationship, Ten of Pentacles, right? I feel as though you have moved on from a long-term relationship here, and it is the star. The star comes after the Tower in the major arcana. So I feel like you have been shook to your foundation, and now you are moving forward. Now you are beginning to heal, and you're realizing that you do have all the tools that you needed, right? Maybe it was a long-term relationship that came to an end, but I feel like after the long-term relationship, like I said, in the future, you do have a new start. A new cycle is opening for you. For some of you, it could be with this Queen. It doesn't have to be. For others of you, you're just going to carry on single and strong. Flirty, fun, good news, having fun at the beginning of the passionate trail, right? You're going to start saying yes to some things, saying yes to things you didn't say yes to before. It's the beginning of looking at what are you really passionate about. I don't feel like any one thing is coming toward you, not a person. It could be a situation, but what I feel like it's all about you moving forward into the future, about the things that you are passionate about. There's one here. There's not 2 or 3 or 5. There's one. It's all about what you're passionate about. It could be new love. It could be new passion. For some of you, that's what it could be, but I don't think that's how it feels here. It feels like you realize that you have all the tools that you need to move forward. And once you do connect with yourself and connect to the universe, connect to your source, I feel as though you realize that things are happening for you, Aries, and not because of a certain situation. It's not happening to you, Aries. It's happening for you. You've been given all the tools to move forward. Yeah, so I feel like for some of you, from here forward, you're going to find out what your passion is. And that's where you're going to go. Thank you, Aries, for coming here and watching this. I hope you are well. If you are interested in a reading, please look below for the yellow dot. You can go over to Wizio. There are still 4 spaces available. Y'all, I can only take 15 at a time because it exhausts me. And I love to help as many people as I can. So if you want to take up those positions, you better get over there and do that for now. I'm going to go. Aries, I love you. Have a great week. Bye-bye.